week, what's quacking in baseball?
Surprise cinnamon outside the Curb Cafe.
And a new issue of the Belmont Vision.
It's the week at Belmont.
Welcome to the Week at Belmont. I'm Dustin Stout, and this week we begin with the latest edition of what we here at TWAB have dubbed a Belmont Law degree is not as stupid as it sounds, we promise.
Oh, don't be stupid.
Well, in next Monday's convo, what can I do with a JD degree, the legal profession? The Assistant Dean for Student Services, Andy Matthews, will present information on what students can do with a law degree, because apparently there's more to aspire to than to just become the next Elle Woods. In fact, Bix says, quote, a law degree is one of the most transferable degrees. For more on that, check out the convo Monday at 10 a.m. in the Vince Gill Room.
Oh, don't be stupid.
If you were wondering what dozens of students were protesting on Belmont Boulevard on Tuesday, you might be surprised to find out that was just the counter-protest. Two men from the PinPoint Evangelism were preaching the dangers of sin and hellfire to the students, and the students had mixed responses. Chief Correspondent Jessica Atkins has more on the incident. Jessica?
That's right, Dustin. There was an unexpected atmosphere of love, support, and inspiration in the air outside of the Curb Cafe on Tuesday. And surprisingly, it had nothing to do with Miss Shelley, curb cashier extraordinaire. No, Tuesday we had some passionate people show up and exercise their right to free speech. And I'm all for spreading love and hope and inspiring people. In my experience, nothing works better than shaming people for being gay and telling Hindus they're going to burn for eternity, and especially reaching out to those Pope followers. God bless them. A few people were offended, but I don't really get the big deal. As long as he's making an impact on the spiritual growth of our campus, he's all right with me. In fact, I saw a few Belmont students so moved by his preaching that they just collapsed in awe and reverence. That brings me to a new segment we like to call Bible Verses Taken Out of Context. Leviticus 19:27. You shall not round off the hair on your temples or mar the edges of your beard. Back to you, Dustin.
Thanks, Jessica. Return of the Weirdo is a personal professional growth convo happening Friday. And no, I'm not talking about the second coming of the Pembrose. Rather, this particular weirdo is recent Belmont graduate Stephanie Brake, who was transformed all thanks to a 3-month stay at an organic sheep and beef farm in New Zealand. Bix says, quote, you might even discover how such an opportunity could be on the horizon for you. And it's all through the Loomis Student Travel Award Program. Return of the Weirdo, Adventures of a Loomis Traveler on the Far Side of the World is Friday at 10 a.m. in McWhorter 102, and it's personal professional growth convo. And while we're on the subject of weirdos, comic book movie night continues tonight in the Beeman Lobby. Tonight's movie is The Dark Knight, and tomorrow a double feature of Iron Man 1 and 2 will wrap the week-long showings. Well, spring is in the air, so let's toss things over to sports correspondent Katie Greene, who has more on the spring-like activity of Belmont baseball. Katie?
Thanks, Dustin. As you know, the Bruin baseball team got a 2-1 start to open up the 2012 season. True freshman pitcher Scott Moses' performance on Friday night against the Evansville Purple Aces with 8 strikeouts in 4 innings was enough to earn him the honor of Atlantic Sun Pitcher of the Week. Pretty impressive, right?
Absolutely. But what's on the slate for the baseball team this week?
Right. Well, we are hosting the Oregon Ducks at Rose Park this Thursday. While the Ducks are certainly a more noble mascot than the Purple Aces or the Billikens, I can't help but be a little apprehensive about Thursday's game.
Well, I think we're off to a good start, but you're already nervous about the season? Please explain.
I mean, have you guys ever seen a flock of ducks flying in perfect formation? It's beautiful, pretty awesome the way they all stick together. Ducks never say die. Ever seen a duck fight? No way. Why? Because the other animals are afraid. They know that if they mess with one duck, they got to deal with the whole flock. So I guess as long as we don't instigate a quack attack, we'll be in good shape. Quack to you, Dustin.
Thanks, Katie. Music business majors, listen up. The next Insider's View is Monday with TuneCore founder Jeff Price. On January 26, 2006, Jeff Price launched TuneCore, the largest distributor of music, artists, and the labels in the world. Jeff is also co-founder and was Mr. Price has appeared on numerous panels including CMJ, In the City, Web NYC, ECMA, Winter Music Conference, New Music Seminar, has appeared on Nightline, CNBC, ABC News, CNN, MSNBC, and has been interviewed and quoted in publications ranging from the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Billboard, Fortune, Spin, Cranes, London Daily Mirror, NPR, National Geographic, Wired News, Business Week, The Industry Standard, Salon.com, ON24.com, ZDNet, CNET, and many others. At the request of a congressional panel, he supplied a written deposition in the SEC investigation of Time Warner's failed acquisition bid of EMI and has provided a witness statement for the Sound Exchange arbitration relating to the royalty rate for webcasting. Now for some shameless self-promotion. The February issue of the Belmont Vision hits newsstands this week. Pick up a copy and read about freshman Chase Coy. Find out how he's gone from major label record deal to Belmont. Plus, My Beaten Track this month has the story of recent country showcase champ Tristan Smith. Pick up a copy of the paper or visit BelmontVision.com for all the coverage. Well, that about wraps it up. Thanks again for joining us for an all-new episode of The Week at Belmont. Until then, I'm Dustin Stout. Music business majors. Dagnabbit. Aww.
You guys, I bathed this morning. I did. Hey, did we check the sound?